Terminator Dark Fate isn't necessarily killing it at the box office. While it did debut at #1, it only grossed $29 million in its first weekend, well below the studio's expectations of around $40 million. Reports say that when all is said and done, Paramount is looking at a $100 million loss. So my question is, why the hell does this surprise anybody? Weren't all of our bets on this movie being a box office bomb? If not, they sure should have been. And here is why. But first, hit subscribe. I mean, we're not charging you for this content, so like, you might as well. Full disclosure, before jumping into it, I haven't seen this film, and that's telling, because I love T1 and T2, and Dark Fate is supposed to be a direct sequel. The point of this video isn't to bash Dark Fate, it's just posing the question, how did we ever think this could possibly succeed? Point number one, the franchise has been a critical failure. Yes, the Terminator is iconic, just legendary.
Come with me if you want to live.
And one could argue that Judgment Day was even better.
Come with me if you want to live.
But the rest of the franchise has failed to resonate with both critics and fans. The last 3 Terminator films before Dark Fate all received rotten audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes, though Rise of the Machines did manage to squeak by on the critical side. So why would said audience be inclined to show up to the theater and give the 4th sequel another try? That plan was doomed from the get-go. And yes, the reaction to Dark Fate has been significantly more positive than, say, the reaction to Genesis, the preceding installment.
Come with me if you want to live!
But that's a low bar, and the fact that we're all stoked on this, just stoked that there's a halfway decent Terminator film out this year, is again just telling how far our expectations have dropped. CinemaBlend gave the film a 3.5 out of 5 in our official review, which is pretty good, but had it come out after T2, had there not been 3 awful flicks released between then and now, that score would be considered a massive disappointment. If you're gonna relaunch a franchise at this stage in the game and erase the events of the last 3 films plus an entire series, you gotta do better than a mediocre response. Which brings me to point number 2. Didn't we just do this? Terminator Genesis came out in 2015 and it feels like freaking yesterday. The film bombed at the domestic box office but made its money back plus a reasonable profit overseas. However, it was in no way a huge success because the planned trilogy to follow was canceled. This doesn't mean that they can't come back with something great in the franchise. And bringing back Linda Hamilton and James Cameron is certainly the way to do it. But Cameron signed on less than 2 years after the release of Genesis. Less than 2 years? What? I mean, I know that these dudes aren't getting any younger, but seeing Arnie's big epic return had absolutely no emotional impact on me. Because it feels like we just saw the epic return of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was fighting a claymation version of himself in Genesis. I can't imagine how Paramount thought we'd be particularly eager to see him return again. And I say that as a fan, especially as an old recluse named Carl. I mean, I'm down for it. Like, I'm team Carl 100%. Carl! Save the world, Carl! All I'm saying is that's a bold move. Just like Genesis, the plan was to launch a whole other trilogy from this installment, and it looks like said trilogy may already be dead in the water. And my final point as to why Dark Fate's failure is no surprise, number 3, it doesn't look good. I can't think of a more articulate way to say that. It just, it doesn't look good to me. Like, I'm sorry, but these trailers are bad, man. Am I missing something here? I mean, visually, there's some absurd, fake-looking slow motion, and it all looks very animated. I got nostalgic goosebumps seeing the return of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, I really did. But wasn't this whole entrance, like, kind of cheesy?
I'll be back.
It's like a little much, right? Then we have another melty boy Terminator. We've seen that before. Old news. Look, I'll give anything a shot. Even this. I like James Cameron, and I'm sure I'll catch this one on HBO or something. But clearly the rest of America seems to be on my side when I say it doesn't seem worth it to go to a movie theater. It just doesn't. Considering every other point I just made about this franchise, they really had to bring out the big guns to get audiences excited again. This marketing had to be something really special, and to be honest, it just wasn't there for me. Like, at all. Well, that's it, man. Why it's no surprise to me that Terminator Dark Fate is bombing at the box office. Do you agree? Was it doomed from the get-go? Or did you have high hopes that it would bring the franchise back to its former big money glory? Let us know in the comments. While you're down there hating on me, be sure to hit subscribe so we can continue arguing. I mean, bitching. I mean, sorry. Discussing all things Terminator. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.